Complementing his new book, War and Paracetamol, actor and performance poet Bob Goody, with his cousin Laura, leads us through the Cancer Collection and the fucking scary virus diaries, not forgetting mayhem from the last 40 years. Here is your host, Bob Goody.
Okay, so here we are again.
Oh, we started?
We have started.
Oh, we have started.
Yeah, we've pressed the right button.
All right, we're back. And it's Bob here again, and
Laura.
And Laura.
Bob's cousin.
Yeah, the Bob's cousin.
We've ascertained that.
Yes. Daughter of Dick.
and you're son of Hilda.
I'm son. I was going to say daughter of Hilda. Son of Hilda. Son of Hilda.
Oh my God, sounds like
we had a nice lunch.
from the Bible.
Nice lunch, which might be obvious. Just a little glass of wine and a bit of.
We did have.
What did we have? We had some prawns and
little arancini balls. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah,
Spaghetti
lovely.
house. It was lovely.
Now,
and we did have an extra glass of wine.
Yes, well, yes.
Which may...
Yes, it wasn't my idea.
No, it's totally your idea, Bob.
Terrible company, Laura. Now, you may remember we left off at the sort of beginning of my poetic career. We're going to leap forward now and leave this 40-year gap.
It's a good idea.
Now, we'll come back to it. We might do another podcast in the future.
Oh, that's handy.
And there's a bit of material to cover. I've got it all laid out, actually, on my mini snooker table in the lounge.
I was wondering about that. Do you actually ever play
Never
on
play
that?
it. No,
You've never played on it?
No, we put trays of food on it.
Yeah.
We put bottles of wine on it. We spill things on it.
Right.
We do. No, we don't really.
You never actually had a game?
Oh, no, we have played.
Okay. Maybe we could play one time while we're doing a podcast.
Yes, we could. Anyway, dear.
Sorry.
Time went by, and I did a lot of performance, and I think it all went rather well. But the poems started to dry up in the last few years, up to March 19. I was writing very little, and then I got diagnosed with bowel cancer, which was not favourite.
No, it wasn't my favourite day when you told me.
No, it wasn't anyone's. Actually.
No.
Gina, my wife, was not pleased. No, generally speaking,
a lot of us weren't.
It didn't go
pleased.
down.
No, it wasn't.
However, what happened was it fired up the Bic, and then suddenly I started writing poetry again, big time, and I should probably concentrate a little bit more on the cancer initially, because I had very swiftly. The tumour was found. I had the operation. I lost a bit of my bowel. I have a stoma bag. It's all not favourite, but I was cleared of cancer very quickly, and I wrote this piece called "The Cancer Collection" as a performance piece. Which I've only managed to perform once due to the lockdown.
Yeah.
Just prior to.
And I was luckily there.
Yes, and Laura
and it was
there.
a great night.
It was a great night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I thought we might start off with a poem from that, which actually is one of the last poems I wrote. There was a few side issues. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Everything seemed fine. I was clear of the cancer and blah-de-blah. I lost a bit of bowel.
Yeah.
But then there were other things cropped up. And this poem is called My Penis. Nerve damage, he said, tugging rather aggressively at my miserable member, trying to return some life to this shy, retiring creature. Stretches, pull-ups, nothing. He was not responding. I was lying on the consultant's couch, pants round my ankles. Again. He stopped, tugging, rinsed his hands. Yes, he said. 2 options. 1, his thumb tapped the keyboard, revealing in close profile an enormous resting penis, about a mile long, with considerable bollocks at its base. A hand appeared, grabbed the bollocks, squeezing several times. Quite magically, the penis perked up and up to a remarkable height. The shot widened a little to take in this magnificent sight. My watering eyeballs did much the same thing. I was half expecting a giant vagina to wander in, grinning. Is this the dawn of prescription porn, I wondered. Give it a go. So, we fit a pump, he said, in your scrotal sac. Oh, do you? OK, I said. I didn't know what to say, really. Then, suddenly, I saw the future. Battling world domination of penile penetration. A job for Super Knob. Back on screen, another squeeze, and the giant penis stood at ease. Alternatively, he said, producing a loaded syringe, beaming, we can inject into the shaft. Shit. The shaft, I said. He tugged once more and tapped the shaft at the aft, as it were. Shall we give it a go? I suppose so, I said. In for a penny. In went the needle. Ah! The erection injection. Should do the trick, he said. Was willing him to say just a small prick, but sadly, he didn't. So, now we wait. Back in 10, he said. Closed the curtain and fled. I laid there, gazing down at the wizened one, once the proud collaborator in the making of 3 golden girls. Now look at you, I said. A shadow of your former. 5 minutes passed. Nothing. Not a peep, not a squirm. I think he'd fallen asleep. Shook him about a bit. Go on, my son, I said. One for the team. But he wasn't having it. You little fucker, I said. I was getting a bit annoyed, to be honest. Everything I've done for you, I said. And what do? The first chance you get, you throw in the towel. Call yourself a penis? I said. You're pathetic. The doc returned just in the nick. Was about to get violent. He pulled back the curtain. Ah! Yes, oh dear, he said, prodding, tugging. Comatose, I said, a little morose. Yes, so I see, he said. Never guaranteed. That leaves you with the implant, I'm afraid, if you want to get laid. He chuckled. Have a think, he said. I needed a drink, headed for the boozer, head in a spin. Then, crossing Wigmore Street, something stirring in me groin. Oh no, not now. I groan, not in the fucking street. Please, sorry, I said. I take it all back. You're the best fucking penis ever. Don't do this to me. Walking became a difficulty. Could see him stood there, proud in my underwear, smirking, the sick fucker. Stumbled into the pub, found the loo, what to do? Tried bashing it with me bick. Made it worse. Decided to douse it in cold water. What if someone walks in? What will they think? Seeing me wrestling my erection, trying to get the bastard into the sink. An arrestable offence, probably. Drunk in charge of a drugged-up penis. I saw the needle marks, Your Honour. I'd be a goner. Thankfully, the water torture worked. The bugger, gradually, spluttering, subsided. Sat in the bar. Large glass of Rioja. Bag of nuts. Ah, lovely. Had that think. Had that drink. Had another think. Had another drink. Didn't fancy the nuts. Fuck, I thought. It's come to this. To pump or not to pump? To hump or not to hump? What to do, eh? What to do? But, you know what? That's personal, that is. Well, you have to draw the line somewhere, after all. So, I'm going to keep it to myself. Whatever it is I do, if you don't mind, if that's okay, I'm not going to share it with you. Nothing personal. Thank you. Thank you very much. There we are.
I actually now think this is going to be my favourite thing ever because
What, this one?
I'm just sitting here laughing. I think I haven't done anything.
You haven't
I'm not actually doing anything.
No.
He knows that, Bob.
No, that's right. I think you laughing's fine. It helps. It does help me.
It's a good job.
Yeah.
I've actually got jaw ache
No. I know.
from that one.
Yeah.
Which is...
I think that was all right.
Oh, I love that one so much.
No, yeah. I mean,
it's
and
it's a good entrance, isn't it? Straight into the the cancer story.
I mean, there is Penis 2, of course, which is in a later work.
Okay. I mean, I might need a little bit of time to recover.
I'm not going to do it now.
Before we get anywhere near that one.
Needless to say, it's an ongoing issue. all this time on, but it's not for now. But I thought I might do another one from the cancer collection.
Yeah.
Because very extraordinary thing. When I came home, I started getting sent these magazines, to sort of join up so you could.
Oh yes, I think. Well, I was lucky enough to be part of this poem because we met together in St Leonard's. And you were telling me that you were going to write this poem.
Oh, did I?
And it was actually one of my favourite conversations that we had.
Right.
And then when I heard it on the night, I couldn't believe it. It was so good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a bit of a build-up. I hope I can live up
to
it.
Well, no, but it was one of my favourite afternoons when you said you were going to write this.
Well, I got sent this magazine. And it was full of. I mean, it was fine, but it was full of pictures of people who were sort of rather happy. Let's put it that way. So it did prompt me to write this, and it's called, without any more introduction, it's called The Lucky Ones.
Oh, Lord.
Got this magazine, Living with a Colostomy, from Colostomy UK, full of pictures of people who are incredibly happy. I mean, incredibly happy. Frolicking through the surf, romancing in the sand dunes, gambling through the dappled woods, all of whom, I assume, are so incredibly happy because they have a bag of shit hanging from their waist. In fact, they seem so much more incredibly happy than the majority of people who are, one could argue, unlucky enough not to have a bag of shit hanging from their waist. So I'm incredibly happy to say I'm one of the lucky ones. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's so good.
Thank you. Yeah.
That actually reminds me, Bob. It's a little bit, not quite like that, but I don't know if you remember those adverts back in maybe the 80s, when women had their periods. And we used to sit there quite a lot, and they used to start roller skating.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And with little tiny shorts on.
Oh, yes, and you always see their bums.
Yeah.
In very, very white underwear. Yeah.
And you sort of think to yourself, that is literally the last thing I want to do.
I know.
Is start roller skating along the seafront in white shorts with a period.
Yeah, but they're still doing those ads, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that of the English tennis player. I mean, we have to see her skirt fly up to see her bright white underwear. I mean, it's
just not happening.
I'm not sure.
No.
I'm not sure women want that.
No.
And also, in a funny sort of way, is it titillating for men? I'm not
entirely sure.
The whole thing is a bit iffy.
But your colostomy bag story is exactly the same.
Yes.
It's really not fun times.
No, it's not.
The magazine might not be quite so interesting if everyone was looking how you imagine them to be looking.
No, exactly.
On the day you've just been left hospital with your magazine.
No.
Did they give you anything else when you left the hospital? Just the magazine?
No, I mean, I still get the the periodical. I still get sent I think I'm getting sent every 3 months. I don't have a lot to do with it, to be honest.
What, the colostomy?
The colostomy UK, yeah. Well, because it is still full of pictures and lots of people half undressed showing off their colostomy bags. I suppose it's good and right on.
Yeah.
It just, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it depends. It depends who you are. Some people really appreciate it.
Yeah, I suppose it's good to some people. Do we want something else to end up to round off?
Yeah, round off.
Round off.
Round off. Because we've gone straight into dark, but funny.
Yeah.
Because you definitely have to make a laugh out of some of the things you've gone through.
Yes, I tell you what.
We have had a good look at some of these poems and realised that there are quite a lot of ones to come.
Yes, I was wondering. I wrote 4 poems, which were more to do with the mental, the way you're mentally affected by cancer, because obviously it goes without saying what it's doing to the body, but how it affects your mind. So I'll read a couple of these, shall I? This one's called Circles. Brackets confusion. Put my right boot on my right foot. Put another right boot from a different pair of boots on my left foot. thinking I put the right boot, that being the left boot, from the first pair of boots, on my left foot. Found myself walking around in circles. No changes there then. Thank you. And this is this reflects back to an earlier work.
Yeah.
This is called Got to Me. Totally overdid it yesterday. Found myself in a mental fog, clogged up, all fears and welling tears. Hoped a pint of beer would clear it, so I could see the wood for the trees. Sat in a crowded pub full of jolly local people. Opposite a very miserable man. Fucking Friday night, he said. I left, leaving several mouthfuls of beer behind. I never do that. Very worrying. Losing my mind. Things were no clearer. Had spent yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that, writing a poem about my penis. I think it got to me. Thank you. Actually, I do. Yeah, I'll finish off this little. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we definitely should.
Yeah. This is called Amazing. Mm-hmm. Came out of my flat one night. There was the moon, a full moon, rising in the deep blue sky at the end of the street, just above the Highland stores. Huge and crystal clear it was, nestling in amongst a few wispy white clouds. Stunning. Amazing. Felt compelled to share it with a passer-by. Look at that, I said to the young lady in the gabardine mac. What? She said. The moon, I said. The moon? She said. Yeah, the moon. It's just the moon, she said. I know, I said, but it's amazing, eh? It's just the moon, she said, and wandered on her way. Thank you. And I think this might be the last thing.
Yes.
This one. Is the last of the quadruplet. What do you call four in a row?
Yeah.
What, a quadruplet?
I think so.
There's a dipstick, which is 2. There's a triptych, which is 3. And 4 is a
Is a quadruplet?
Is it a quadruplet?
Well, I don't know.
No,
but
we'll
let's
go
go
for a quadruplet. This is
Let's
called Sunbeam.
And how you're feeling.
A tiny sunbeam through the clouds on the water. Thought I ought to stop and marvel. So I sat on a bench and marvelled. Marvellous. Then it was gone. Time to move on. But when I tried to rise, my knees had seized, which I'm very pleased to say has absolutely nothing to do with cancer. I'm just getting old. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and good night. I think maybe...
That's it.
Shall we say
Yes.
That's a short one?
Yes.
So, thank you, everybody. Are we still going?
Yes, we are.
Something
Yeah, luckily.
Okay.
It's always nice to know that we are still going.
Yeah, we are thank you.
And maybe have another cup of tea.
Yes, another cup of tea, and we'll see you again very soon.
Yes.
So it's good night from me, goodbye from me, and goodbye from
Laura.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. Please get in touch or leave us a review. You can check out Bob's book online or at any good bookstore. See you next time.